Day 2. On the second day of morning, we start our journey towards Agra by car. You can also avail of train or bus for this trip. Reserved cab's fare for this tour is around rupees 3000 and it will take around 4 hours to reach Agra from Delhi via Taj Express Highway or Yamuna Expressway. The condition of road is perfect and so you can expect a speedily no disturbance journey here. However, there is a one disadvantage for nominal. The route has toll taxes. A train take around 2 hours to reach Agra from Delhi. The fare is around rupees 150 per person. Bus fare is around rupees 400 per person. We first go to see the Taj Mahal after reaching Agra. Right now, you cannot park your car in front of main entrance of the Taj Mahal. The car parking space is 1 kilometer ahead of the main complex, but from there you will get the battery operated cars, buses, local house cars, or rickshaws to go to the ticket counter of the Taj Mahal. The bus rate is rupees 10 per person and the battery operated car rate is 20 per person. The entry fee for Taj Mahal is rupees 50 for Indian tourists and rupees 110 for foreigners and rupees 540 for citizens of SAARC countries. There is one additional charge of rupees 200 for visiting the main mausoleum, which is optional. Children up to 15 years free to enter the premises. As a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a winner of the new 7 Wonders of the World, Taj Mahal needs no introduction. Whatever we observed here will stay in our memory of lifetime. But here I would like to mention one thing: try to visit Taj just at noon because the grand structure looks even more stunning at that time when sun was just above it. Or you may visit just at midnight during the full moon.
But irrespective of that time factor, visiting Taj is a lifetime experience. The palace is well maintained to date, and the view of the Yamuna River from the basement of the main mausoleum needs a special mention. From Taj Mahal, we went to visit Agra Fort. This is another UNESCO World Heritage Site. This massive fort was built and redesigned by the great Mughal Emperor Akbar, Jahangir and Shah Jahan. Since this is a massive structure, you will need at least 2 hours to complete this fort tour. The first palace to visit this fort complex is the residence palace of Akbar and Jahangir. Built by Emperor Mughal, this stunning two-special story was built with the red stone here. You will see the bedroom, dining room and entertainment of two great Mughal emperors, Akbar and Jahangir. Other than the beautiful architecture, there is one thing you will notice once you will enter each palace of the entire fort complex is that the temperature of the room of each palace is remarkably lower than the outside temperature. It feels that you have entered into naturally air-conditioned room, and that is due to the architecture brilliance. Now let's move. Day 3. On the third day morning, first go to visit Fatehpur Sikri. Fatehpur Sikri is the town in Agra. The city was founded by Mughal Emperor Akbar after his victory over Gujarat. The main place to visit here is the Fatehpur Sikri Fort and the tomb of famous Sufi saint Salim Chasti. Like Agra Fort, Fatehpur Sikri Fort is also a massive fort built by the Emperor Mughal, and once it was a prime residence. The entire fort made with the red stones. The entry fee to Fatehpur Sikri Fort is rupees 50 for Indian tourists, rupees 610 for foreign tourists. Children up to 15 years are free to enter the premises. The prime attraction of this fort complex are Devani Arm or the public audience hall or the Emperor Mughal. Devani Khas are the hall of private audience of Emperor Mughal. The Tejri building of Akbar. You may spend 3 to 4 hours for the pleasure and entertainment here to see the Anup Talar, Panch Mahal, Diwani Khas, Kashmir, Birbal Palace and Shrine of the Salim Chasti here. From Fatehpur Sikri we move towards Jaipur via Bharatpur following NH21, and it will take around 4 hours to reach Jaipur from Fatehpur Sikri. At the entrance of Jaipur, you may enjoy the Aravali Hills. At Jaipur, first visit City Palace. The magnificent City Palace was built by Maharaja Jai Singh during the year 1729 to 1732. The huge palace complex of 1/7 of the world city and was once the seat of the Maharaja of Jaipur. After City Palace, we visited Hawa Mahal. The entry fee is rupees 40 per head for the Indian visitors. The palace is open for the tourists from 9 am to 5 pm. Hawa Mahal is 5-storied palace decorated with the 953 tiny windows or jharkas that allows cool wind to enter the palace to keep it comfortable during the hot summer days. And for this reason, the palace is named Hawa Mahal. Inside the Mahal, the palace is slope in every floor that leads to another floor. Only the fourth floor has a steep staircase that leads to the fifth floor. From the top of this palace, you can get a dazzling view of the steep palace, Jantar Mantar, and Siridori Bazaar. Next, visit the largest stone astronomical observatory in the world, Jantar Mantar, which is UNESCO World Heritage Site. Day 4. On the fourth day after breakfast, go to visit the three famous forts Jaigarh, Nahargarh and Amir Fort of the Jaipur city. A reserved car will charge around rupees 2500 for whole day trip. First go to visit the Jaigarh Fort. Since we stayed near Jaipur station, it took around 40 minutes to reach Jaigarh Fort from our hotel. The road to Jaigarh Fort passes through the Aravali hills. You may be amazed by the rustic beauty of the road. The entry fee here is rupees 150 per person for the foreigners and 70 per person for the Indian tourists. This fort is open from 9 am to 5 pm, located in the top of the hills named Chil Ka Tala or Hills of the Eagle. Jaigarh Fort was built by the Jai Singh II in the year 1726 to protect Amir Fort. You can enjoy a walk around thick red sandstone wall around the fort and experience the vast glory. From the small opening of the fort wall, you can get the gorgeous view of the beautiful Mota Lake at the distance and the entire Jaipur city at the base of the hills. Right at the fort house is Jevana, which is the largest cannon of wheels currently in army take care of this cannon. After Jaigarh Fort, go to visit Nahargarh Fort situated on the edge of the Aravali hills. Nahargarh Fort was built in the year 1734 by the Maharaja Jai Singh II. Entry fee here is rupees 20 per head for the Indian tourists and 70 per head for the foreigners. The fort is open for the 10 am to 5 am all days inside the fort complex. First see the water tank of the fort and the step well. Next see Mahadeva Bhavan, the summer palace of the royal family. The palace house is 9 identical 2-story suites, all of which were once the residence of the 9 queens of Jaipur and the personal wing of the Maharaja. Every apartment had a name of the queen written on the top of the entrance. Each suite has a bedroom, a dining room, kitchen, a dressing room, toilet and separate servants' room on each floor. All the apartments were interconnected through secret corridors. The main attractive part of this palace is its roof. It is famous for its amazing view of the surrounding city. You can enjoy a walk around the roof. Next, go to visit the beautiful fort among 3 forts, Amir Fort. Entry fee here is rupees 100 for Indian tourists and rupees 550 for foreigners. Amir Fort is open from 10 am to 5 pm. From the basement of the hill, you can avail either a jeep ride for rupees 500 or an elephant ride for rupees 1100 to reach the main fort complex. Amir Fort complex is divided into 3 courtyards. In the first courtyard, you will see 2 big gates at the 2 ends of the courtyard, Surajpol and Chandpol. At the far end of this courtyard stands the temple of Shila Devi. In the second courtyard, first visit the Diwani Arm or the public audience hall. Behind Diwani Arm, there is a beautifully designed gate, Ganesh Pal, entering through with you. Will you come to the main palace complex? On one side of the palace complex stands for the famous Sheesh Mahal, or the main residence of the king, where you can see the beautiful artwork of the thousands of convex mirrors. On the other side of the ground, you will see the Sukh Mahal or the summer and the monsoon palace of the queen. Inside the queen's bedroom, there is a passageway through which water used to flow in order to make this room cool in the summer days. Passing this ground, you will enter the view into the third courtyard of the palace, which was the women's quarter and was the highly secured palace. There is two-story structure that surrounds the courtyard. On the top floor, royal guards used to stand in the ancient times to protect the royal families and royal ladies. At the backside of the main palace, here there was a royal kitchen. Here you can see the huge cooking pots which were used to cooking in the past days. These pots were also used in the film Jodha Akbar. This fort is UNESCO World Heritage Site. From Amir Fort, go to visit the Jal Mahal. This is a 5-storied palace that was built in the middle of the Mota Lake. Among 5 floors, 4 floors remain underwater when the lake is full. Right now, it is not accessible to the tourists. Day 5. On day 5, head back to the airport or railway station for departure. The hotel and food in all the above places. There are numerous hotels and resorts available for the budget to the star categories and of all different budget range. Also, you can avail Airbnb facilities in all these locations. We stayed in Airbnb apartments in all these locations, and the 3-bedroom apartments cost around rupees 3,000 per day for us. Delhi, Agra and Jaipur are havens for every food lover. While you are in Delhi, must try the mouth-watering parathas from the famous parathas, Wali Gali and Chaats, the equally famous street food of Delhi. You will find both these in Chandni Chowk, which is probably the street food capital of Delhi. At Agra, must try the famous pitha and jalebi, which will surely satisfy your sweet cravings. At Jaipur, must try the famous Rajasthani dish like dal, bhati, churma. While dal is a light curry, bhati is a puffly and stuffed bread, and churma is a sweet made with the flour and sugar. Also try the famous dessert of the place. Ghevar and pyaz, kachori, a lip-link snack item. The food will costly around 300 to 400 per person per day. Thank you for joining with me. Thank you for tour with me this Delhi at the Gold Triangle in India. If you want to visit that particular place, the good season is that you have to visit the winters